Let's start by listening to it. Where is it? Okay, here it is.
The black and white cookie.
Okay, guys, just if you have to, if there is noise around you, mute yourself.
Warnitschkis mit Käse, mit Bitter. Auf Schwisto mitgegeben mir mein Mitter. A milchigen Supp mit milchigen Bägerlach. Die Weib bei uns a viele Stift mit Igerlach in Meidalach. Yiddish Machulem, ihr seid in Maisikurm. Die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke nicht vergessen, Geschmack wie du's essen. Gefüllte Fische, Gnisches mit Tabak. Hebre, schluft nicht! Mit Lokschalach, Jucha, mit Pastrome, a frische Schone, gegeben mir die Mame. Andere Machulem, hingefüllte Fisch, vor dem hab ich mich stark geliebt, gegeben irakisch. Yiddish Machulem, ihr seid in Mainzikurm, die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke nicht vergessen, Geschmack wie du's essen, gefüllte Fische, Gnisches mit Tabak. Ich hör nicht. Auf Yom Kippur mod verfoste mit der Gläsel, in mod verbissen mit Kischki mit der Elru. Alle mit Kalnidri, sie ehren in der Schil. Gefiert dort mir der Tat in die Kuschel. Immer dem gewinn ich viel, no. Yiddish Machulem, ihr seid in Maisikurm, die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke nicht vergessen, Geschmack wie du's essen, gefüllte Fische, Gnisches mit Tabak.
It's a song about food.
Fünf Kasches mit Fred war dem Futter. Auf Pesach hat gekocht, gebackt mein Mutter. Gewinn du's Leben, sie sammel es, Vinkl gibt's. Auf Pirimen, auf Pesach, Reshishoni in auf Schwiss. No, Yiddish Machulem, ihr seid in Maisikurm, die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke nicht vergessen, Geschmack wie du's essen, gefüllte Fische, Gnisches mit Tabak. Auf Yiddish am Teufel, sie backt sich in die Mäufen, die Menschen lachen in mir lebt sich hin. Me probeert zich dem Seder, die Kinder gehen in Cheder, mit Geld als Sache auf Honig verschiebt. Da-da-da-da-dam.
Okay,
Beautiful song.
it's a beautiful song. I agree.
There's a lot of food there.
But look at all the food
Geschmack.
look at all the food that Michael put here.
It's fish. And
Like the
bread.
Chinese food.
Donuts, yes.
I
Oh,
like the Chinese food.
And macaroni.
bagel.
Also Chinese, yeah, well.
The Chinese food.
And here looks like, well, that looks like a cherry soup. That looks good.
No, that's borscht. This is borscht.
Borscht.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cookie, do you
Borscht.
want to start to read it?
Okay.
My
Varnischkes mit Käse und mit Butter. Auf Schwues hat gegeben mir meine Mutter milchigen Suppe mit milk with milk kike
Beigele.
baglech. What's that word?
Bagel.
Beigele.
Bagelach. Given ba a Poile Stub mit Jingelach und Mädelach.
But
Okay.
my song does not progress. I'm just on the first.
No,
I'm
Sandra,
the
that's
same.
okay. I cannot progress. Now we will progress.
Okay.
Okay? Cookie,
Yeah.
can you translate?
Some of them I don't know what the name of the what it is in
Look
English.
at all the people that are listening.
Varnichkes.
What
Varenichkes,
about translation
Varenichkes.
for
All the people
Varenichkes?
that are listening.
What a Varnichkes?
Varenichkes doesn't have any translation. It's
Yeah,
I know it in
exactly.
Yiddish, but I don't know it in English.
Varenichkes. Okay, go on.
Bow tie noodles.
Mit Kez. Was ist Kez? Das weiß ich nicht.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Oh, it's cheese. Excuse me. Right, cheese and with butter. On Shavuos, hot. It gave me my mother.
Yes.
Milchidik. Michael.
Milchik and dairy.
Little. Milchidik. So dairy. Dairy soup with milk. Teike. What's
With dairy bagel.
Milchik.
say that again? Milk teike.
Milchik. Milchik.
Oh, milk
Milchik.
with dairy bagels.
Uh-huh.
Given, and it was by us, a full house with boys and girls.
Yes, good. Good. Rochelle, yes.
I
Rochelle.
think varnishkes are bow tie pasta, like kasha varnishkes.
Oh, kasha varnishkes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be my guess, that it's both, and that's what my mother used to make with cottage cheese.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're both ties with kasha.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan, you raised your hand.
Pardon?
Susan? No. Okay. Okay, so let's go on. Rochelle, can you read?
Yeah. Yiddish macholim?
Uh-huh.
Mecholim, ihr seid in mein Zakor, ihr seid in mein Zakorin. Die Mama hat gekocht mit und gebacken. Jewish food. You're in my imagination, in my mind. Memory, okay. My mother cooked and she baked.
Mhm.
Wel kemel nicht vergessen, I will never forget. Geschmack gewesen, das Essen, how tasty the food was. Gefüllte Fisch mit Knishes und Kabak. Gefüllte fish with knishes, but I don't know what kabak is.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, okay, we never had that. Okay,
Pumpkin? I thought it was a Goyish food.
I did too. We never had kabak. We never had pumpkin or squash.
Okay.
No one.
Isabel, can you read? Isabel?
Mit Lokschen,
Lokshulach.
Lokschenlich, Jojen, Jojach,
Yes, yes.
Joyach.
Jojach, mit Pastrame, a frisch, schon mal gegeben mir die Mame. Alle ihr Machlim,
Machulim.
Machulim, alle ihr Machulim, gefüllte Fisch.
Aha.
Bei dem hab ich hier stark geliebt.
Aha.
Gegeben ihr a Push.
Yeah, but here, because it's gefilte fish, it will be gegeben irakish.
Okay, right,
Okay.
right.
Can you
Somebody
translate
else
it?
translate,
or-
please.
Sorry? Okay. So, Rafael, can you translate it, please?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. With Lakshanlach, with little noodles, a soup with pastrami, a fresh sole did my mother give me. All of her foods and gefilte fish. For it, I loved her so, and I gave her a kiss.
Mhm. So he is singing in Polish Yiddish. So, okay. Hilda, can you read?
Irische Machlim, ich mein Sekore. Die Mame hat gekocht, mir ungebackt. Will kein Mal nicht vergessen. Geschmack gewinnt das Essen, gefüllte Fisch mit Misches und Tabak. Yiddish food, I remember the Yiddish food. My mother, she cooked and she baked. And I will never forget how delicious it was to eat. The gefilte fish with the mishes and the pumpkin.
Okay. So that's the refrain, basically. Yeah. Can your friend read?
Yeah. Try. Ach Yom Kippur meot vergossen mit Gläsel und meot verbissen a Kischke mit Elsen.
Uh-huh.
Eilen mit Kol Nidrei zu in der Schule. Geführt hat mir der Tate wel nicht voll. Metum wel gewen ich voll.
Can you translate it?
Okay. Of, I have Aida is going to translate for me.
Okay.
It's okay. During Yom Kippur, we forgot with the glass.
It's not forgot, forgotten.
Forgotten.
It's like we, how do you say
So
it
that
in
one.
English?
Poured out.
It was
You pour the glass.
you
pour
pour
the
it
glass.
in the glass. And we had for Bissen a kishke mit and we had I don't know what for Bissen.
Taste it.
And we had no sé.
Take a bite for this.
A kishke mit Helsen. My mother used to cook that. Helsen. How do you say Helsen in English? At home we call it Helsen.
A neck, the neck from the.
Yeah,
The skin of the neck.
Right, the skin of the,
yeah,
the
my
skin-
mother used to cook that. Okay.
the filled skin of the neck.
Yeah, and meat called Nidre. During Kol Nidre, we heard in the shul, and we listened to Kol Nidre in the shul, the temple.
Island, I think is too hurry to listen to Kol Nidre.
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one, the last sentence?
The field taught me that we felt our with our father, Umetungeveling full, and we all were in full. We were full.
No. Geführt ot mir der Tate. The father, led me.
The father
Yes, he took me. Yeah.
And we all
And-
went in. We all went together.
All of us were full.
Okay.
And we are all were full.
All were full. Okay.
It was Yom Kippur.
Well, it was Huda Mafseket. Yeah. Okay. Hilda, can you read? Hilda.
Yes, Yiddish machulim, Yiddish tasty food. It lives in my memory. I'll read it in Yiddish first. Die Mama hat gekocht mir und gebackt. Ich will kein Mal nicht vergessen. Gemacht.
Geschmack. נילי,
Oh,
תסגרי
Geschmack.
את הטלפון.
שמישהו אחר מנקה.
The food was so
אני רוצה
tasty.
לעשות לך בחינה. את אומרת שאני
Just
לא
a moment,
זוכרת
I will
כלום.
mute
את זוכרת את המספר ששמים בכניסה לבית? בשביל שהדלת תיפתח?
נילי! I cannot find them.
את זוכרת את המספר שלוחצים עליו את הדלת?
Can you mute everyone?
Okay.
Can you mute?
Muted. Whew. Okay, sorry, Hilda, from the beginning.
It's okay. From the beginning. Yiddish machulim, Yiddish food, special food, lives on in my memory. Die Mama hat gekocht mir und gebackt. My mother cooked and baked it for me. Ich will kein Mal nicht vergessen. I will never forget. Geschmack gewesen das Essen. How tasty the food was. Gefüllte Fisch mit Knishes und Gebäck. Chopped fish, gefüllte fish with knishes. I never had knishes, so I don't know what it is. I know I missed something, but I never had it.
Hilda, do you see the picture?
Oh, this is yes.
That's a knish.
Oh, looks good.
It's good.
Und yeah, und Gebäck and baked
No,
cakes.
not gebak, kabak.
Oh, kabak. What's it? Kabak. Kabak.
Pumpkin. Oh.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Oh, we don't have pumpkin. We never had it.
I never heard also of with pumpkin.
I had my first knish on Father's Day. My neighbor brought food in from a Jewish style restaurant. That was the first knish I had in maybe 20 years. Delicious, a potato knish.
Okay, if you are in New York, that's the place to go. Yona Shimmel's Knish Bakery. That's the place. Amazing knishes.
Or my house, I do great knishes.
Oh, okay. We will take you up on this.
Put your address in the chat.
Yes.
We will come. Yes. Okay, Arlene, can you read?
They're far.
The vier Kassers getrennt war der Futter. Auf Pesach hat gekocht, gebracht meine Mutter. Gewinnt das Leben süß voll. Erst von Kol Goats?
Kol
Gut. Auf Purim und auf Pesach, Rosh Hashanah und auf Shavuot. So 4 questions were asked by the father. For Pesach, my mother cooked and baked. The life was sweet. What amol was, I don't know. What is amol? Sweet.
Once
upon a time.
Yeah, eating from all the good things for Purim and of Pesach and Rosh Hashanah and Shavuot. So for, he's recapped all the holidays,
All the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's again the refrain. Okay, Anne, can you read it?
No, I don't think so. Thank you.
Okay, I tried. Steve.
I know. Keep trying. Don't give up
Yeah,
yet.
I tried. Okay, Steve, that's the refrain.
Jiddische Machlim, ich sind in mein Zichoren, die Mama hat gekocht mir und gebackt. Ich will kein Mal nicht vergessen, Geschmack gewähnt, das Essen, gefüllte Fisch mit Knishes und Kabak.
Okay, so we translated it already.
Right.
So let me move it and read the last one. Go on, Steve.
Me? Okay.
Yeah, it was the same. Yeah.
Auf Jiddische Yom Tovim, es backt sich in einem Oven. Die Menschen lachen und man lebt sich gut. Man Provet sei dem Seder, die Kinder gehen in Cheder mit Geld Sach auf Chanukah Bashit. Okay. And on the Jewish Yontovs, we
Baking in the oven.
We baked
in the oven.
Yeah, we baked in the oven. The people laughed and lived themselves well, made themselves well. People tried. They tried, or they did the Seder. They tried the Seder.
Celebrated.
Providence celebrated. Okay, celebrated the Seder. The children went in Cheder and with gelt, with a lot of gelt on Chanukah. They put.
Please tell me what Provid actually means. I thought it was like to
celebrate.
Oh, celebrate? Okay.
To celebrate. In Bashit is they were איך אומרים? הם היו מכוסים.
Yeah, covered up.
They were covered, exactly.
Oh, what does it mean? Oh, oven? Oven the tanur. Okay.
The oven.
Yeah. Okay. I just want you
to sing it now? No, I won't.
It's an easy tune, you know. It's an easy tune to pick up. I got it already. Yeah, it's a very.
I just want you to see the pictures that Michael put and try and tell us what is it? What is the food? What do we see here?
I see kugel.
There's a kugel.
Yeah, I think
latkes.
Some kind of meatloaf with an egg on
and
it.
That's meatloaf with an egg like
on it,
my mother used to do.
I think
my mother used to make that with veal and rice and gizzard and make it all, cook a veal shoulder with an egg in the middle. How she did that, I have no idea.
What is this,
Mash of arnishkas or shlichkas.
This is something we used to call tzurech. Cucumbers, radishes, and
oh, I love it. I love it. Where is
this?
That's that. Summer salad.
This is what you have the cursor on now. It looks like kasha or shlishkas.
Looks like chicken to me.
No, it's not chicken.
Liskus.
Maybe it's a
Liskus, yeah.
schnitzel. Maybe it's a schnitzel.
No,
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 I
it's
think
not
so.
a schnitzel, no.
Looks like chicken to me. Looks like schliskus.
Schlishkas or kasha varnishes.
Yeah.
What's schliskus?
Schlishkas are like dumplings, fried dumplings. They have different
never
things
heard
in
of
it, like lekvar and stuff.
Yeah,
If you're gonna make it, I'll come over. I just love it.
You
I
have
don't care
to
where you are.
publish the cookery book. You
I don't
have
care
to
where you are, I
publish
will
the
come.
book.
This all we know. This all we know. Now, what is this? What is this? A kugel?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the word travet. I think the word travet is fear. Fear. The Yiddish word fear. To make the seder, to be in charge of it.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Right. Another Yiddish word I think would be fear. To fear the seder. You know what I'm saying? To be in charge.
To conduct.
But where are you?
To conduct. To conduct the seder. To conduct.
Conduct. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the knish. Now, what is this, guys?
It's a fish.
That's gefilte fish.
It's kind of a gefilte fish, maybe.
It's a big fish.
No, that's a gefilte fish.
That's a gefilte fish.
Where's the
It's a
unborn?
miserable fish.
That's what I missed. The unborn eggs.
And
Remember those, the little eilach?
It's dagmeluach inside.
Actually, the
Okay.
gefilte fish was the fish, a regular fish that was stuffed. That was the original gefilte fish.
Exactly. And the fish was ground up and then put inside the skin.
Into the skin. So I think the gefilte, the
No,
original.
no, it's a fish like this covered with paper.
That's more Chinese, I think.
Look at the fish.
Yeah, I see.
What? That is fish?
That's a fish. Inside the paper is fish.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, you know what, guys? Let's listen to it once again, and then we can talk about all the food. I know that's a very,
I just want to know, is Judy Levy on? Because I went and sent her. Is Judy Levy on? I can't figure.
That's my sister.
Judy, let me see.
Unless there's another Judy.
No, Judy Levy is not on.
Judy cannot get on. I've been in touch with her, but we're going to review it when you have the recording. She and I will do it together.
I sent her a new link.
Yeah.
But she didn't work. She needs to go out and go back. Oh.
What Judy Levy are you talking about?
Guys.
Okay, let's go.
Let's just listen to it once again. I am muting everyone.
Warnitschkis mit Käse, mit Bitter. A Schwießdom gegeben mir mein Winter. A milchigen Supp mit milchigen Bägelech. Die wei bei uns a viele Stift mit Igelech in Meidalech. Ihr seid in mein Kurm. Die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke mal nicht vergessen. Geschmack, wenn du's essen. Gefüllte Fische, Knisch ist mit Tabak. Hebres, luft nicht. Mit Lokschalach, Juche, mit Pastrome. A frische Schone, gegeben mir die Mame. Andere Machulem, ingefüllte Fisch. Vor dem hab ich sie stark geliebt, gegeben irakisch. Yiddische Machulem, ihr seid in mein Sekuren. Die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke mal nicht vergessen. Geschmack, wenn du's essen, gefüllte Fische, Knisches mit Kabak. Ich hör nicht. Auf Yom Kippur mod verfosten mit der Gläsel, in mod verbissen mit Kischki mit der Elvel. Alle mit Kalnidri, sie ehren in der Schild. Gefiert hat mir der Tat in die Kuschel. Immer dem gewinn ich viel, no. Yiddische Machulem, ihr seid in mein Sekuren. Die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Welke mal nicht vergessen. Geschmack, wenn du's essen, gefüllte Fische, Knisches mit Kabak. Kasch ist mir fragt, bei dem Futter. Auf Pesach hat gekocht, gebackt mein Mutter. Gewähnt das Legen, sie sammel es, Vinkl gibt's. Auf Pirimen, auf Pesach, Reshishoni in auf Schwiss. Nu, Yiddish Machulem, ihr seid in mein Sikuren. Die Mama hat gekocht, mir gebackt. Weil keinmal nicht vergessen, Geschmack, wenn du's essen, gefüllt die Fische, Gnisches mit Kabam. Auf Yiddish am Teufel, sie backt sich in die Mäufen, die Menschen lachen in mir Lekzergie. Mir probiert sich dem Seder, die Kinder gehen in Cheder, mit Geld das auf Choniki verschiebt. Da-da-da-da-dam. A großen schönen Dank.
Okay. Okay, guys, I saw that some people raised their hands, so if you want to say something, add anything.
It made me hungry.
What about
Made you hungry?
Yes.
I saw that two people raised their hands, but I didn't want to stop. Nothing?
Rachel and Raphael.
Okay, guys, since I muted you all, when you talk, unmute yourself, okay? Alex, yes. Alex, you raised your hand? But
Raphael raised his hands and Rachel Gordon raised her hands first.
Okay, so first Alex, but unmute yourself because I muted all of you. Alex, you're muted.
Rahel, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, you're unmuted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is what I wanted to say.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now just a moment. Alex, Rachel, Raphael,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Beverly. Yes, Alex.
Okay, no, the reason I raised my hand is because I thought you asked whether this song made me hungry, so I raised my hand.
Okay, yes, it made us hungry. Yes. Okay, so Rachel.
Okay, when I was first listening to the song before we met today, I had so much fun. I had to see who that singer was. So I looked him up and he is on YouTube, something like that. I suggest you watch him. You would have as much fun as I did. He is incredibly funny looking. The way he sings about it. And he is Romanian. This is not a Polish accent. This is a Romanian dialect. And very, very funny.
Russian. He's Russian.
Russian, but Romanian, yeah, Russian. They call it Russian, yeah, but this is Romanian Yiddish that I had my entire childhood, but that doesn't matter. He's so funny looking. The way he sings about it, the way he watch him.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kemelmacher.
Kemelmacher.
Kemelmacher is somebody that makes combs.
Yeah, he lives in Israel now.
Yes, he lives in Israel.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Menashe.
Oh, yes, I think
Thank
I
you,
need to speak to the
Raphael.
bailiff to find out if she got an email which I had sent.
Raphael, please.
I agree that it's a Southern dialect. It's not Polish. And a few points you can notice. He says milchiken instead of milchiken. That's a point of the Southern. At one point, he's using even tata mama lashon. He says mama instead of mama, although usually it's mama. And that's, again, a sign of the Southern dialect. And thirdly, the I sound is usually for him ah. So macholim, whereas in, I think, Polish Yiddish it would be mycholim. I'm not sure of that, but it's certainly Southern Yiddish.
Yeah, in Polish it's mycholim. You say the I. Yeah. Okay, Beverly.
It's Polish.
Oh, well, two things. Yoich, I don't know how you translated yoich, but to us it was the soup that comes with the gefilte fish.
Right.
A lot of people can't stand it. My mother used to drink it. She loved it so much. Oh, it's awful looking. And then my kids used to call Grandma's Michael when she would make them, special eggs or something. They always called it Grandma's Michael, like macholam.
Did anyone in our home, my mother used to put the yolk in the refrigerator, and it was faglivet. It used to be like, it used to move a little.
Like a jelly.
Like a jelly, exactly. Since then, I cannot eat anything that looks like a jelly. Nothing.
Es heißt doch verglivet.
Verglivet, yeah. Morty?
Yes, I just wanted to say that following what Rachel and Refoil said, there are also a few words that identify it not only as Southern, but as Besaraber. Mometat tote are typical Besaraber ways of pronouncing, but also one of the foods that he mentions is one of my favorite milechiks, which is malai, and malai is a typical Besaraber Romanian food. Very different from mameliga, but malai is very, very good.
I have a very good recipe for malai. I'll send it to you.
Please
Really
do.
good.
Please do. I love that. My wife doesn't let me eat it too much.
I want the recipe
she says it's too fattening.
Okay.
It's one of the best Yiddish foods.
Yes, and I saw that you wanted to say something, Anne.
I just wanted to say that all that food makes me just think of describing it as Jewish soul food.
That's a good one. Yes, that's a good definition. Yeah. Aida? You're muted.
The translation for yoich is broth. At my home, it's not soup. It's broth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not in the gefilte fish. It's called something else, the holadets. My mother used to make holadets. It's also from fish. It's like a gel.
Holadets is something else.
But yoich, it's broth. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Zuli?
Yeah, I wanted to say that because we did fish yoich. That was the fish broth, and chicken was chicken soup, yoich. And holiday was made with the feet of the cow or the.
That's the one.
Yeah, holidays. My mother made it. I made it once, and it's you cook until you get the gelatin.
Oh yeah.
From the fissela with the veiner.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Gale or
Holidays, yeah. Okay, Cookie?
I forgot the name of that food, but that's the one that tasted I couldn't eat. I was sick. that yellow gel, and yet I love the gefilte fish gel with crane. I mixed it with crane, and I put in challah, and I eat the challah like it's French toast in crane with the gefilte fish soup mix.
You probably called it peshat.
Bread, and then I put the challah in, soaked in that. Oh, I love that, the gefilte fish. I have 3 jars here. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
yes. That KFC.
My father used to make he called it gale, but I've heard it called pacha, where you boil pacha with a lot of. I don't know why he called it gale. I didn't hear pacha till much later, and with tons of garlic and that layer of fat on the gelatin. I love that.
See? I had that when I was pregnant once. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. So, yeah.
I knew that this song will trigger all these memories, yeah.
But I missed the little ayalach We used to
Yes,
fight
it was
over the
two.
little unborn egg. Remember those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. We used to fight over them because there were never enough of them.
Never enough, right? I love that. There was a place, Sammy's in New York City, that had all the foods that had disappeared, all the Yiddish foods. They had everything. They had it was kosher style, so they had you could make an egg cream on the table, Fox's You Bet chocolate, and with seltzer and milk, and then you got a veal chop that fell off the plate. It was so big, and they
This
had
is all, Sammy's is Romanian. Sammy's is Romanian, betcha.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, that is zeer teer to Essen in Sammy's it's.
I want to share this. It's backwards.
I see Yiddish.
Yiddish recipes. I was put out.
That's very nice. You should
It was
put
put out
that
by
wow.
Maxwell House, and
Wow.
it's actually in Yiddish.
Wow.
Wow.
And it has the recipes for all of these. I don't know what the year is.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It's a wonderful little book that I mean my son enhanced it when he was 2.
I wanted to say that pichai, when you make holodets or gale, the hot broth, they add egg, and that is pichai. I don't know if anyone knew about it, but
Oh yeah, we know about the cha.
Oh, it wasn't Maxwell House. It was Crisco.
Mama never made the show.
Crisco. Oi.
I'll put this out. Yeah. I don't know where I got it. I think I rescued it from my uncle before he moved to Israel.
Okay, I think we can talk forever about food, but anyone knows where the Weight Watcher, the nearest Weight Watcher is? So we can go.
Online.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should go on and read the story.
Somebody tell me where we are.
That will be let's see. Did anyone? Let's see where we were. Did anyone remember where we were? Because
Yes.
I cannot mark on the computer.
Yes, line 14. Page 192.
192.
Yes, and hat sich eingemalt.
Onumalt.
Okay. Er hat sich einmal getroffen im Salon. Can anyone just, sum it up a little bit?
Please, because I wasn't here for 2 weeks.
Can you show us where it is? Oh, hat sich.
Hat sich einmal getroffen. Okay. Can anyone, Barbara, maybe you can give us a
But in English, I can only do it in English.
In English?
Yeah.
In English. Yeah, in English, yeah.
Okay. Well, from my memory is this man is a potential candidate to be the president of the Jewish Community Union, I guess.
No, he was already chosen.
All right, chosen. But he is very anxious because he has somewhat of a questionable background. He's ashamed of his father. His father was accused of horse trading or stealing horses. And he does not want the people of the community to know this background. He feels he will lose out winning the position. And also, of course, it will affect his status in the community and his economic future. So that's pretty much it. And he himself, well, so we're at a point now where he feels that he's so anxious that the people who are supporting him may have some doubts about him. Maybe they will have learned about his background. So I think that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where we are. Thank you. Thank you,
What
Barbara.
country are we in? Yeah.
Argentina.
Okay, because I also missed the first part.
Yeah, we are in Argentina. Okay, Susan, can you start reading? The cursor is
Yes. Hat sich nochmal getroffen in Salon mit dem gewesenen Präsident. He recently found himself in the meeting room, the salon, with the previous president. Jener ist sich gesessen bei einem Tischl mit noch etliche von seiner Leid. That guy was sitting at a little table with a few of his people, gespielt in Karten, and he was playing cards. Wenn ist durchgegangen, haben sie, dacht sich, ungeheuben stiller zu reden. When he, this is the narrator, went by, the people, it seemed to him, were quietly talking about him. Hat euch begegnet a zweitmal in Gas, einem von jenems Leid. He also met a second time in the street one of those other people. Jener hat ihm a filo begrüßt, der Erste. That one actually greeted him first. Aber es hat sich ihm gedacht, but it seemed to him, als hat dabei etwas am modernen Schmeichel getun. But it seemed to him that while he was doing this, that this
strange smile,
a strange smile on his face. Sehr verdächtigen Schmeichel, a very suspicious smile. They greaten etwas zu gegen him. They're planning something against him. Mit darf sein vorsichtig. Man darf sein vorsichtig. You have to be careful. Verdächtigen, vorsichtig und sich hüten. You have to be careful and take care of yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Susan. Susan, I will mute you because we can hear Joshua. So, okay?
Okay, please.
Okay, so I will mute you. Okay, guys. Naomi, can you continue?
Okay. Eder sie sollen im Überraschen, sie wollt nicht gewünschener, als soll sich federn für sie. Before they bothered him, Überraschen is to bother, no?
Surprise.
Surprise? Oh, surprise. Okay. I'm having a hard time translating. Sie wollen nicht gewünschener. I can't translate this. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
I would say.
Oh, okay, maybe I'll read, but I won't translate. I'm just having trouble.
Next time.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Next time. So, Rafael, can you read this paragraph?
Okay. So, Eder sie sollen ihm überraschen. Before they should surprise him. Sie wollten nicht gewünscht. Wouldn't it be better, as soll sich federn für sie, that he should precede them, make the first move is a good translation there. Was soll geseder herumgehen und sich schrecken? Why should he continually walk around and be afraid? As they kennen sich der Wissen wegen sein Yichus, that they might catch wind of his pedigree. Wird allein nehmen Dominion in die Hände rein. He'll take the matter into his own hands. Wird von jetzt bloß sich vernehmen mit dem Ausforschen. Now he will only occupy himself with researching. Es gefindt sich nicht ein Mensch von sein Städtel, whether there might not be someone from his village back in Europe, was hat gekannt sein Taten, who might have known his father. Wird nicht gefunden, if he doesn't find such a person, kann doch sein ruhig, then of course he could be at peace. Und wird ja gefunden, and if he should find such a person, was wird tun? What would he do? Wird proven mit dem Menschen überreden. He'll try to convince such a person. Wird ihm aufklären sein itzigen Matziv. He'll reveal to him, that person, his current situation. Efter wird das gar sein a feiner Mensch. Maybe it'll be a nice guy. Und wird ihm verstehen and would understand him. Wird sich nicht losen ausnutzen von seinen Sonnen. He will not let himself be used by his enemies. Kedei im schlecht zu tun, in order to do him evil. Und das wird gar sein ein Mensch, but if it turns out to be such a person, was wird etwas verlangen davor, who will demand something for that courtesy, wird wollen ausnutzen die Gelegenheit. Such a person might perhaps use this opportunity kedei davon abzulecken a Bendel, in order to lick a bone from this. In other words, to get an advantage by this. Mele, is great euch sich zu lassen kosten. Well, he's also ready to let it cost him a little bit.
That's great. That's great.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. That was a tough one. Cookie, you want to say something?
I want to say something. Just a minor correction. I thought the word pedigree is for an animal, and yichus is lineage.
Lineage, yes.
Am I right?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Is it the same thing? I thought
It really is. It really is. You hear people being referred to as having a good pedigree or a bad pedigree. You know, it's not exactly the same, but it's used the same in a lot of situations.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. Alex, will you continue?
Okay. Where are we? Oh, wird geben an Annonce in der Zeitung. He will advertise in the newspaper as sucht seine Landsleit, that he's looking for his landsmen. Sollen das sein seine Gegners und sich überzeugen? Let his opponent see in seine Gegners und sich überzeugen und see, als hat nicht more fardi. Let his opponent see and be convinced that he is not afraid of them, there's no fear of them. Was kennen ihn von der Heim. There's no fear of those who know him from his hometown, let's say. Verkehrt sucht sie noch allein. But on the contrary, he is looking for them. Geht noch auf dem Geld. Furthermore, he's spending money on it. Was wollen sie demol sagen? What will they say then? Zij willen bemchila zijn. They will, begging his pardon, see, as they haben gehad a tout. They see that they are, I'm not sure I pronounce the word tout. I pronounce it as Hebrew. Toit. Okay, yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, that's Yiddish. I pronounce it the Hebrew way. They haben gehad toit. They are mistaken. They're making a mistake. Hat bichlal nicht moire fardem aber seinen. He is not at all worried about his own past. Zij willen vermachen die Mailer und schweigen wie the fish, azoi. They will shut their mouths and be silent as fish, like so.
Okay, thank you. Julia? You are with us? I saw you before, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Julia? Okay,
yes,
good.
Here I
good,
am.
Good.
Let's see.
Die Mailer.
The mailer, the mouth.
Yeah.
Mouth. Pe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we on hat mit Mazel bekommen?
Yes, Julia, yes.
Hat mit Mazel bekommen die Zeitung. Richtig.
No, the previous
paragraph. Julia.
Previous paragraph.
The previous. Hat nicht lang getracht.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Hat nicht lang getracht und weggeschickt Geld in der Zeitung von der Hauptstadt.
Yeah.
Herkommen an etliche solche Zeitungen und einer wird schon dem anderen übergeben dem Inhalt von dem Anand. Und ob wird das zufällig versehen, hat dazu euch an Eize. Wird bestellen von der Zeitung 10 Exemplaren und wird sie zerlegen über die Tischen von Salon. Sie wollen es schon müssen bemerken.
Can you translate it, Julia?
Somebody else might want to.
Okay, Morty, maybe you.
Okay. He didn't think about it too much, and he sent money to the newspaper published in the capital city. Some papers come here, some of those papers come here, and somebody will already, the other one, they will exchange hands and about the announcement that he is paying for. And if by chance
Is overlooked.
Yeah, and if by chance it will be overlooked, he also has a solution for that. He will order the newspaper 10 issues of the newspaper, 10 copies of the newspaper, and he will distribute them on the tables of the salon. Obviously, at the salon, the main room in the community center, they will have to see it then.
Someone will see. Someone will see.
It will have to be noticed.
It doesn't say someone. They will.
They will show.
They will have to see it.
Yeah. So they will be noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, they will be noticed.
Bemerkt? What does bemerkt mean exactly?
Notice.
Okay. Luisa, can you continue? Luisa?
No, I cannot do it today.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. David Katz?
Ja, danke. Ja. Hat mit Mazel bekommen die Zeitung. He happily, mit Mazel, I guess, received the newspaper. Richtig. Der Annons ist dort voran. The announcement was there. Hebt on zu lehnen und bald stellt sich up. He started reading and he quickly stopped. So wird dem Hasenpunnen. he got flushed or hot in the face, flush. Showing beim Onheim ist du etwas nicht in Ordnung. Already, just at the beginning of the story, there's something not right. Steht geschrieben, Heime Mark. It says Heime Mark. Was für Mark? As heißt Gor Bark. Why does it say Mark when he is you know, called Bark? Nimmt mit dicker Hand die Brillen und lehnt das Zweitmal. So he takes out his hands are trembling, takes out and reads it with his glasses. Wieder steht Mark. Once again, it says Mark. Und nicht Bark. The son, weil in each time, as hat bekiven, geändert sein Familiennamen. His enemies, the enemies, will now notice or mention that he has, you know, intentionally, deliberately changed his name, his last name, Kadedi Leoner zu verplonteren, to confuse the readers. As sie sollen poshet nicht wissen, wo euch und wo ein, und sie wollen doch gerecht sein. That they would simply not know which way, what to look at, where to look, and they will be right.
Okay, thank you, David. Rachel, you want to ask something or say something?
Yeah, Erot mit Mazel, I don't think he happily, it's not, mit Mazel is not happily. He luckily, fortunately, that's Mazel, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not happily, he's not happily receiving, he's luckily, fortunately receiving.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Karen, will you continue?
Yes. Wer weet nog dus voor Machshavos spoken im gekommen in Kop Arain. Who knows what kind of remedy he could think up. Kleinen und was für Mitteln, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Machshavos is what kind of idea you could think up. And was für Mitteln wird given zugeklärt, and what kind of remedy you could come up with.
Karen, we cannot hear you. If you can speak a little bit louder, okay?
Okay. Und was für Mitteln wollte nicht gewinnen zugeklärt, and what kind of remedy he could think up. Kadei sich zu verentfernen, wenn der ganze Ingen wollte sich nicht mit einmal geändert. And what kind of matter could he suddenly I don't know how he could justify himself. I'm not sure of this.
Where is that?
Yes, yes, to justify himself. Verentfernen.
Okay.
What, verentfernen?
Yeah, when the whole thing changed suddenly.
Yes.
Hat gekommen, der Brief, und in ihm ist gestanden, als der Schreiber von Brief hat gelehnt sein Annons in der Zeitung, und hat dem Covid in Modia zu sein. He had received a letter and understood that the writer of the letter had read his announcement in the newspaper, and he had, I'm sorry, I don't know. And he had the honor to inform him
Yes.
that as stammt von der Montenstädtel, as he came from the mentioned Städtel, und ob Leut dem Nomen, ob
Nein. Und ob hat ein Interesse.
Oh, I'm sorry. Und ob hat ein Interesse mit ihm, sich durchzuschreiben, and if there was an interest with corresponding by mail, geht an sein Annons.
Address.
I'm sorry, address. He could give him his address.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you. Barbara, will you continue?
I'll try, okay. Laut dem Namen, ob sich nicht tue, especially about his name, if he's not mistaken, zet euch zu sein Belvols Azun. It appears that he is Belvol's son. That's the writer the writer is thinking that, right?
Yes.
Will ihm übergeben, als hat sein Taten gut gekannt und hat a Sach wegen ihm zu erzählen. And he wants to express to him that he was well acquainted with his father and has a lot about him to discuss or tell him. Untergeschrieben is, and underneath this text is Mechel Sofkes. That's the name, Mechel Sofkes.
Yeah. Go on a little bit.
Undersigned.
Yeah.
Kennt sich nicht der Nomen als Nomen, but he, the receiver, doesn't really remember the name. Jener aber hat angerufen sein Tatens Nomen und sie ist nicht kein Sofik, als stammt von selben Städtel wie So he doesn't remember the name, but that one called out his father's name correctly, and without a doubt, this writer originates from the same shtetl as he. Do you want me to go on, or do you want somebody else?
Another sentence.
Oi basoi is your Faran Emetzer was halt ihm in. Now this I need help with. If somebody could translate, I'd appreciate that. That was hard for me to understand.
Okay, Rafael, can you?
Yeah, if so, then it does exist someone who holds him in his hands.
Okay. You, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, both of you. Beverly, would you continue?
I'm not sure where we are now. Hence,
I'm signing it. I'm circling it.
Sagt dort, he says, as hat wegen Taten seines zu erzählen und erzählen. He tells him that regarding his father, he can tell him a lot and keep telling him a lot. Wer weiß, was weiß. als wegen ihm. Who knows how much he really knows about him? Is that right?
Yeah.
This, hold on one second. This is Hotchfoot. What? Morty, did you say something?
I don't think so. Go on.
Oh, okay. Says Hotchgood. It's everything is good. Was hat bekommen den Brief. Oh, it's good that he found the brief. Und die Sanim haben ihn nicht übergehabt, and the enemies didn't take it over.
Yeah.
Intercept.
Oh, intercept. They didn't intercept it. But you got to move it up a little. By die Hige Brief. Okay, thank you. Brief. I don't, wait, no. I'm sorry. By die Hige Brief.
Trägers.
What is Trägers?
Carriers.
Carriers, mail carriers.
Oh, the carriers. Ken sein als treffen. With the mail carriers, everything can happen.
Exactly.
Nicht ein Call. Oh, I can't see.
Einmal.
Nicht einmal hat man ihm angegeben a Brief, was is nor given.
Go.
Oh, it's very hard for me to see. I don't know why. It's not. It happened a few times, not just once. That they gave him a brief on address. Oh, adressiert zu an andere. That it was addressed to someone. They made a mistake.
Okay, thank you, Beverly.
Sure, I'm sorry.
Morty, go on. Morty?
Maybe he's on.
Morty, are you with us?
He stepped away. He just stepped away.
Okay, so later. Rachel?
Weil hat genommen den Brief und ihm reingelegt in der Kasse, wo halt das Geld und wichtige Papieren. Meanwhile, he took the letter and he put it in that box where he holds his money and his important papers.
In the safe.
In the safe, yeah, safe. Thank you. Soll dort liegen? Let it lie there. Dem Adress wird noch dürfen. The address he will still need. Etliche Tage hat getracht und getracht. A few days he thought and he thought. Verschiedene Machshoves sind ihm gekommen in Kopf rein. Various thoughts came into his head, bis hat endlich angenommen a festen Beschluss, until he apparently came to a definite decision. Wird fahren zu dem dosigen Jiden und wird mit dem persönlich überreden. He will travel to this Jew, and he will personally talk things over with him. I have to charge, just 1 second.
Okay.
I have to charge my computer. Just, excuse me. Okay. Durch Brief wird sich gar nicht losen machen. Through letters, nothing will happen. Versteht sich, als das zwei doch nicht wissen, wohin und zu was fährt. Obviously, the wife should not know where and for what he is traveling. Wird sagen, als fährt zu bei geschäftlichen Indien in Buenos Aires. He will tell her that he is traveling on business, for a business issue to Buenos Aires. אפשר wird sich Tage euch rübergappen dahin, nachdem wird sich mit dem treffen. Perhaps he will also stop by over there in Buenos Aires after he talks, after he meets that Jew. Soll Gordos, soll Nordos Bagegenisch Ariber Besholem. Only that meeting between him and the Jew, the Jewish person, it should happen. It should happen peacefully. It should happen well.
It will pass well. It will go well.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Brenda, and you are the last for today. Brenda.
Okay. Hat für sich der Zen a jeden nicht kein Heuchen. So he saw a Jew, not tall, aber a Festen mit upon him. Was is a Festen?
A solid-looking person.
Firm. I'm sorry, I did write it down. A Festen, a firm with a face. For heart. Wait a minute. For heart David von sich.
Von Zun.
Hardened by the sun.
Ich weiß nicht, verharrt.
Hardened.
Hardened by the sun.
Hardened by the sun.
Hardened. Oh, yeah. Dank. Von Frost und von Wind. From wind and from frost. Hege, die Haar auf den Cap, seinen Schein gewen gräulich. So his hair on his head was gray. Haben die Augen geguckt, jung und lebendig. So his eyes were young and full of life. Hat dem Jeden doch jetzt gesehen zum ersten Mal in Leben und kann sich nicht austauschen, für was hat ihm mit einmal der fehlt wie ein eigenem Mensch. So this was the first time he saw him in his life, and he basically had never seen him before. Via Stück heim wollt für ihm gestanden, which is area of home.
Just a moment, Brenda. He saw the man for the first time in his life, and he could not understand why suddenly or at once he felt that he know that he's like one eigenem.
His own.
That is own.
It was his own.
That like a piece of his
home.
Of his home.
Of his home.
That is standing before him.
Okay. Hat ihm weh getan, für was kann sich mit ihm jetzt nicht freuen. So he is sad, it hurts him, Veitan, for why he cannot with him be happy. Nor geht ihm a kegen mit pachid. So he is, with him, he is a kegen against, he is fear. He is with fear.
No. Gain a kegen is to move towards him. He's approaching him with
approaching the other
person.
person.
Okay, approaching him
with fear.
With fear. Ein Sach mehr.
Okay, and the rest?
Yeah, der Yid hat...
I think that it will be better.
Stop there, yeah.
Stop here. And